And welcome into To Your Health. You know, a lot of times you hear about different things that are affecting us, especially family members. One of the key ones we hear that really scares us is Alzheimer's. And you may wonder, well, what can I do, and is there any kind of help? Well, once a year, there's an organization right here in the Tri-County area that puts on a conference, and it's actually a seminar on care, and Alzheimer's is the subject. And we have with us today Dr. Tom Geary. And Dr. Geary, you are with the Department of Public Health here in the city.
That's right.
And in the city, but for the whole state of Alabama.
State of Alabama.
So you're doing a lot of traveling.
Well, I don't do that much traveling, but my staff travels every week to inspect a different type of healthcare facility all over the state of Alabama.
Wow.
We inspect the nursing homes, the hospitals, the home health, hospice agencies, dialysis units, all of those kinds of things. So they travel extensively for the state of Alabama and for the people of Alabama to try to keep these people functioning properly. Everybody needs somebody to look over their shoulder and help them to do things right.
That's right. And listen, this young man here was my personal physician for many years. Then he retired. He doesn't look old enough to be retired because now he's got another job.
That's right.
We need you back.
Got out of private practice and got into this area. Well, August 14th is the date. It's a Saturday. And it's going to be held at Fraser. It's a Friday. I'm sorry, Friday.
Yes.
It's going to be held at Fraser
That's right.
United Methodist Church here on the Atlanta Highway. And what's the name of the organization?
It's Alzheimer's Education and Resources and Services, AERS.
Okay.
And we invite everybody to follow us on Facebook and to check out the web page for this. The organization is working all year, working with consumers, working with patients. This organization has gotten a substantial federal grant to educate the caregivers in the nursing homes, the ones that do the actual hands-on cares, the CNAs, has gotten a grant to go into the nursing home during the night shift between midnight and 7 a.m. because the CNAs don't get to go to big conferences in Birmingham and other places like the nurses and administrators do. So we're actually taking the teaching right directly to them at the workplace and educating them on how to deal with people who have Alzheimer's disease as a human being and not just a disease process, you know, how to be really concerned about them, how to approach people with Alzheimer's, and how to get past those barriers that this disease process sets up in folks.
And of course, one of the big things, and it's going to be addressed at this conference too, are people such as myself. If God forbid Pat had Alzheimer's, I'm going to have to be her caretaker to a certain extent while she's still at home, and it's going to give these people some kind of guidance to it, is it not?
Right. This is our 13th conference at Fraser. And we have Dr. Daniel Potts as the keynote speaker. He's a neurologist from Tuscaloosa whose father had Alzheimer's disease, and that's how he got introduced to this illness and began working with folks with Alzheimer's. And the goal of everybody nationwide is to provide a meaningful life for people, even at the end of life, even with Alzheimer's disease. And Dr. Potts has developed a program of art and music and using computers to generate a life history, a life story that brings out the humanity of these people over the years so that their caregivers can really get to know who they are very quickly and be able to relate to them as a person. And the art allows the person with Alzheimer's to express themselves and to be proud of what they're doing. And music has been shown to actually open up the brain. The music that we love, when we hear that, it opens up the brain, it reduces anxiety, it eliminates a lot of the fear and the difficult behaviors that people have, and it seems to spill over into other aspects of the brain. People begin to communicate better, they begin to recognize things better, begin to interact with the environment in a more normal way. There's something to music that transcends just the sounds going into the ears. It's not just that.
Soothe the savage beast.
Soothe the human being, that's right. And So this Alzheimer's conference provides an environment for people to learn about a lot of the services that are available. I will be speaking about person-centered care in especially in nursing homes, but this idea of person-centered care is applicable everywhere, and it's basically recognizing the rights that people have no matter where they are or what condition they have, and how the federal government has tried to implement this program to recognize people's rights in the nursing home. And then we have other speakers talking about various opportunities right here in Montgomery for education and support and daycare and other types of activities that related to Alzheimer's disease.
So if you're a clinician, you can get some CEUs for
That's
attending.
right. Nurses and social workers and administrators can get continuing education.
Okay.
Lunch is included in the registration.
It's a $50
fee. It's an all-day event, and it's well worth the money to go to this conference, to make contacts, to hear what people have to say, and just to network with the people who are there, to talk to other family members who've had to deal with this in their problem, to talk to patients who are in early stages of Alzheimer's, because just about everybody knows somebody who has Alzheimer's.
And if you're not a clinician, you want to be there, I think it's a $10 charge.
That's right.
That should cover the cost of
Covers
your lunch.
the lunch.
How do they register? Or they just call Fraser, or can you just show up that day, or do you need to be
You
pre-registered?
can just show up that day. You don't have to pre-register. You can go online. There's a registration form on the website. You can call the number that's associated with the website and with the Facebook page. And all of just any number of ways to register for this conference.
Good, thank you, and thank you so much for
Oh,
what you're
you're
doing.
welcome.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Just
Thank you.
remember, it's on Friday, August the 14th. It's going to be at Fraser United Methodist Church here in
8 to
Montgomery.
4.
8 to
8
4.
to 4.
Yes. 8 in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll be right back right after this.